In this video, I'm gonna go over 10 features that every Discord server should have. So if you already have a server set up, use this video as a checklist to make sure you have all these things in your server. Or if you're currently in the process of building a server, then take notes and be sure to get some of these things added into your server. So this first thing is pretty simple, but it unlocks a lot of features for your server, and that's setting up your server as a community server. If your server isn't a private server for just you and a few friends, and it's more for a public community that you're working on building, then I definitely recommend you set it up as a community server to unlock a lot of these features. Once you do, you're gonna get a lot of cool features like the brand new text and voice that enables text chat inside of voice channels. You get server insights to look at statistics on how your server's performing in every single aspect. You can apply for the partner program. Once you're eligible, you can apply to be in the discovery where people can find your server directly inside Discord. There's a lot of cool things you get. You get membership screening, a welcome screen, and it really doesn't take long to set up at all. Next up, we're gonna talk about reaction roles. Reaction roles are a pretty popular feature, and I definitely recommend getting them in your server. There's all sorts of different things you can use them for. If you just want people to have their own roles that they can get, like colorized roles or whatever the case may be. I personally use them for notification roles. So I have a live stream ping role, a video ping role, and event ping role. So that way I don't have to sit there and @ everyone and mass mention everyone in my server every time I post a video or a stream. I set up these reaction roles so that way when people join my server, if they want to get notified when I stream but not when I post a video, they can select just the live stream ping role and not the video ping role. That way they only get notifications when I go live and not when I post a video. One of the biggest mistakes people make as a server owner is they constantly @ everyone every time they make an announcement or post a piece of content or anything. And that's the number one thing that'll drive people away from your server, is constantly sending them notifications. So this is a good way to not necessarily cut down on notifications, but it makes sure people are only getting the notifications they want to get, which in turn will result in them being a happier user. If you guys want a full video on this, let me know and I could definitely make that happen. Next up, in order to help with server upkeep and preventing trolls and bad actors from posting obscure things inside your server, you're gonna need something like a moderation bot that has an auto moderation feature. The auto moderation feature will help keep your server tidy whenever your moderators or admins aren't available to watch over your server for you. There's tons of these types of bots out there, but some of the most popular are Me6, Dinobot, and Carlbot, which I talk about a lot on this channel. But look, I love Me6, okay? I'm sorry, I do. I hate the pricing, but I can't stop using it, okay? Really, I just have everything set up the way I want it, and I don't feel like setting it all up on another bot, so I'm stuck with Me6 for now. Anyways, I'm not gonna go super into detail on all of these bots, but if you do want to learn a little bit more about them, I actually have a video on my top 5 bots that I personally recommend. So if you wanna check that video out right here, I'll have it down in the description for you below. Next up, which is actually a very popular feature, is a verification system. A verification system helps you prevent bots from joining your server, as it allows you to verify that the person joining your server is a human. It's a pretty simple concept, and it actually utilizes reaction roles, which we touched on a minute ago, where a user joins your server. At first, the only channel they can see is the verify channel, and they simply react to the message with whatever reaction that you set, and then they get a role that lets them access the rest of the server. It's not too hard to set up. The only time it gets a little tricky is setting up the permissions for everything, but good news for you guys, I actually just posted a video on how to set up a verification system inside your server. It's a full like 8-minute walkthrough of how to completely set it up. So if you want to check that out, I'll also have that down in the description. I just noticed that this video is starting to turn into a promotional video for all my other content. I swear that's not what I meant for it to be. I typed up my list of 10 things and I'm realizing, oh, I kind of talked about like a couple of things in old videos, so might as well let them know that I did that. Hopefully it doesn't come across that way, but I promise the stuff I'm recommending you guys to go watch is really helpful, so check it out. Next up, we have embedded messages. Embedded messages look a lot more professional than just a simple text message inside Discord, and they can be used to display your server rules, maybe an introductions channel about your server and what it's about, or really just any section of your server that you might want to look a little more professional than just a basic text message inside there. Normally, I would recommend something like Me6 for this, but unfortunately, they only allow 1 embed for free versus something like Dinobot that allows 3 embeds for free. There might be another bot out there that gives you a lot more for free. I personally don't know off the top of my head, but if you guys know, make sure you share the wealth and drop a comment below and let everyone know about it. Next up, we have stat channels. These are pretty simple, but they provide you and your members with insights on how many members are online in your server, and some of the more advanced ones even let you customize these to put anything you want for the stat channel. These customized stat channels are really popular amongst NFT servers where they want to list how many supply they have versus how many are already bought or whatever. They're going to be displayed all the way at the top of your server channel list as locked voice channels. They'll look something like this. There's plenty of bots that can do this for free, such as Me6 or StatBot, but be warned, just like everything, for the free version is not going to give you everything you want, so keep that in mind. Next up is a leveling system. Leveling systems are pretty cool as they reward users a new level based on how much they're chatting. It can be used to track who in your server is the most active, and one of the coolest things about it is as users level up, you can set it up to where once they hit level 5, they get X roll. Once they hit level 10, they get X roll. And so on and so forth. You get the point. So it's a way for the user to kind of brag and show off how active they are in the server by getting new roles. And you can even come up with cool things like hosting giveaways for people that are level 20 or higher, or hosting a game night for people that are level 30 or higher or something. There's a lot of creative ways you can implement this leveling system into your server, so definitely check it out and think of some cool things you can do with it. I don't know why I keep throwing my hands around. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Anyways, up next we have another bot, and that one is called ModMail. I just did the hand thing again. God dang it. ModMail is a pretty cool system that allows users to report any type of issue going on in your server, whether that be trolls or imposters. And no, stop. I'm not talking about the Among Us imposter. Okay, stop it. Stop. The cool thing about ModMail is that it acts as a messenger for you, so you don't actually have to directly DM these users from your own account, or your mods or admins do that. Once a user DMs ModMail, it'll automatically create a temporary channel where all the mods and admins can see inside the server. You're then going to see the issue the person reported via the message they sent the bot, and all you have to do is simply message back inside the temporary channel that the bot made for you. After that, the user will receive your message as a DM from the bot. I personally really enjoy ModMail because it lets users report bad actors and things without having to send it into the general channel of your server for everyone in the server to see, or without having to directly contact the mods or myself. It's all done through a messenger, which is ModMail. And did I mention it's completely free? There's no paid kinks for this one. It's completely free. So check it out. I think I've preached this next one enough on my channel, so you guys might already know about it and not need me to tell you anymore, but it's to get some clean channel names. So many people just use basic text for channel names, and there's no added flair or color or anything along those lines. I think it looks way better if you add in a clean little symbol into your channel names, like you can see on the screen of how my server looks. Depending on the symbol you pick, a lot of them have built-in spaces in them, which if you don't know, if you enter in a space on Discord, it's going to give you the little hyphen dash. The dash is super annoying, and it really ruins the aesthetic of a server if you care about that. I mean, I personally do. I think you should too. If you don't, then disregard this, skip to the next point, but I think it ruins the aesthetic. Because it gets rid of this dash, it allows you to even add in emojis at the front of your channel name. If you want to add in a little color, you could do something like what I'm showing you guys on the screen now by doing an emoji and then the vertical line that has a built-in space, and then list your channel name. It definitely looks a lot more appealing, and I'm actually going to put the link to the website that I use to get all these symbols down in the description for you guys. Last but not least is some fun server engagement stuff like events or games. These could be anything from channel setup for occasional game nights with your community, a community movie night where you all watch a movie together in a certain voice channel, or even simple things like game bots. There's literally thousands of game bots that are out there for Discord, things from Pokemon bots to Mafia bots and even RPG games that can all be deployed directly inside your server. Implementing some stuff like this can really increase the activity and engagement in your server, thus keeping your community around for longer. I think that about rounds up the list. That is the top 10 things that I think you need to get into your server if you don't have them in your server already. So now that you know what you need in your server, if you want to know how to get your server set up, check out this video where you can see exactly how to get a server set up with my server guide, or check out this other video where you can see how to get members into your server in the first place. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please be sure to drop a like and consider subscribing to keep up to date with all of my future Discord content. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.